Well, it's
You
a
can't lie if I
journey.
don't believe in it. So, anyways, no, God knows what it would take for me to believe in Him, and
So what would it
obviously
take?
some sort of actual like evidence, like real life evidence, not something like, oh, I can just
So,
hear him talking to me, or I can just hear it communicating
well,
like, no, like that's not real, and that has never happened to me, and I don't believe
well,
that.
well, according to the Christian God, it will go against like what he stands for to show you, the evidence that you really want, and literally tell you that he exists. That's why he allowed us to have free will, because he can't do all of the work. And there is a lot of physical evidence here on planet Earth of his existence, and people still choose not to follow him.
Okay,
So,
so what is the evidence? What is the physical evidence that you're
Jesus
talking about?
Christ, that's the
Is that
evidence.
is that it?
Well, I can't really talk about nobody that you don't know. I can't really talk about miracles because you don't know that person, and but I believe in miracles and stuff like that. But the things that you can go find on your own, which would be Jesus Christ and the way he existed, even if you don't believe in God, he's doing it for something. So it's just like, if he didn't believe in God, like his way, Jesus' way was different. And it wasn't like anyone else that was documented in any type of history. So if he's doing a different way, then it will be God. I'm letting you know that now.
Oh wait, okay. So I I I believe that Jesus was like a real person, but I just think it was kind of a hoax that people, it was kind of like a cult like thing, like he just kind of made up stuff and people followed him for no good reason. So I think that's just the case there, and kind of just blew up into being, the world of the Christian religion that we see today. Uh, do I believe in miracles? No, I don't. So I don't really, that doesn't really hold any weight with me. I'm not Christian, so.
I know you're not Christian, but the evidence is here. So,
But it's actually, if your evidence is something that isn't actual, that can actually be like proven, like you're saying it's a miracle, but how do you even know it's a miracle? Like that, that really doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you know it was God that did it?
I'm not talking about like the miracles. I'm talking about Jesus existing is enough evidence enough about the of God.
Well, what evidence do you have that he existed?
The multiple people that claim they saw him. I mean,
So okay. So you have like a source for that?
this is, you can just look it up, okay? I mean, I don't have like a direct website. Like these things could just be simply searched up, and the answer's like right in front of you. That's how good Jesus works and God works, that you don't need to really search for it. It's literally right in front of you. So if you look up what physical evidence that we have that is obviously not from the Bible, because I know I can't use that, it will be right in front of your face. Right in front of your face. Like I'm talking about right there.
Okay. So give me 1 second.
We're talking about the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Period. That's who we're talking about. She doesn't. I don't know how people just like don't believe in Jesus or God. Like I don't understand that like whatsoever. So I'm trying to see if I can help her.
Okay, sorry. My God, is having the zoomies right now. But so you were talking about the accounts that people have actually seen Jesus, right?
Yeah, the
But you don't have any
eyewitnesses.
sources for that.
What'd you say?
You don't have any evidence, any sources, any
No, I'm
papers,
literally
anything.
telling you there's sources, but like I don't know them on the top of my head. I'm just letting you know.
So
Like,
so where did you hear this from? Where'd you get it from?
obviously, I do my own research. And I just learned through history. That's it.
So
Not just from the Bible. That would be kind of crazy, right? If I just got it all from the Bible. Even though the Bible does say it.
I mean, the Bible. Yeah. Anyways, I think you're talking about the like the
Not the
500
500 eyewitnesses, because that will come from the Bible. I'm talking about all the witnesses that are not even stated in the Bible through Paul.
Who are the witnesses? Like, you don't have any. You're just saying like I can't really verify that. You don't have any sources. You don't have any evidence. Like what?
No, I'm letting you know that the source.
Right now.
I'm letting you know that I don't have like the direct websites. I'm just telling you it should just be come up if you type like, who are the people who saw Jesus? And then it should just come up.
I'm gonna search that right now.
There are many witnesses of Jesus outside of the Bible.
Okay. Outside of the Bible?
Mm-hmm. Like the eyewitnesses are not stated like, oh, this what happened, like not the 500 witnesses, not those, the different ones.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll bring you guys up. I'm sorry.
Okay, can I ask, are these supposed eyewitnesses to the resurrected Christ or just the man Jesus of Nazareth?
Jesus.
All right. So they're just testimonies of people who saw a guy.
Not just any guy. God.
No, I know
Jesus.
you believe he's God, but what did the testimonies outside the Bible say? Did any of them say anything about Jesus?
Yeah, it's just explaining like, oh, I met this guy named Jesus. Like, even if they don't directly say like he's this magical being, like it's just people claiming that they saw him outside of the Bible.
Right. So there are sources outside the Bible that say they met a guy called Jesus.
Absolutely.
In the first century. At the time. What does that prove? All it proves is that there was a guy called Jesus.
No, what it proves is his existence, right? And it proves.
Okay, how do you go from the guy called Jesus' existence to he is God incarnate without the Bible?
Like I was explaining to the other girl, I understand that you weren't here. So what we were talking about is I was like, Jesus, there is a certain way that people, the witnesses that saw him, explain for like how he is. So it's different from anyone else. So that's what that's what I meant when I was telling her like he acted different because he was God. He is God.
The only source I'm aware of that even refers to Jesus outside of the Bible is a source from I think an ancient Jewish historian. I think his name is Tacitus, who says that there is a man in the area of Jerusalem who his followers refer to him as the Christ and believe that he is the Christ. And like that's it. That's like all it says. It doesn't say anything about his character. It doesn't say anything about supposed miracles. It just says there's a guy whose followers believe he's the Messiah. I don't know any other, and that's not an eyewitness. That's Tacitus acting as
I didn't even mention that. So just because you mentioned, can you hold on for a second? You're referring to something that I've never heard of before, so you can't claim that that's what I'm talking about when I didn't even know who that is.
That only reference of Jesus outside the Bible
it's not
counted as an eyewitness testimony. Well,
what do you mean can't be counted?
You're not providing. Okay, you're saying that it's not, but you're also not providing any other evidence to suggest that.
Well, I asked you to look it up. So what did you see?
How about you look it up and give me?
I did. I did.
There's one more. There's one more like account of Jesus that is referred to as Christ is by Tacitus. No, you mentioned Tacitus, no?
Yeah.
There's Josephus, and then there's Pliny the Younger, which was like Roman governors that were like reporting like deaths that was happening in Judea. That's about that's the only like mentions of it, and it's like you say, it doesn't mention anything. There's some that mention him as a wise teacher, if you were to, go as far as that, but there's nothing more than that. It doesn't mention anything supernatural or anything. At least from the sources.
So literally, I looked this up, and it's right in front of your face. Like, I don't know why you couldn't just like.
So what is okay? Tell me what's the argument.
You're not making. Look, there's a very different point between Jesus being what he is portrayed as in the Bible.
Can you hold on for a second?
And what these testimonies say he was. There's a big difference.
So it says that ancient non-biblical historians, like some guy I can't pronounce, Joseph, and then somebody named Titus, and then Bara something. It's just right. It's 3 names. So all you got to do is look up what witnesses that saw Jesus that comes outside of the Bible, not in the Bible.
Right.
And it's right in front of you.
There's a difference between those and what was portrayed as Jesus in the Bible. That's what I'm putting out.
Okay, so y'all come up here and you didn't even hear what I was trying to explain to the host.
I just don't want to get like too many people because everyone's gonna talk over each other. So just try to keep it chill.
Fair.
Because I was talking to the host, and then y'all interject thinking that y'all know something that I'm like, no, I was talking to her. Period.
This is like the biggest format of time.
Right, but what's like?
No, but you don't understand like what
here, bro? What are we arguing about?
No,
I mean,
she made the point that like the witnesses outside of the Bible that like claim to see Jesus.
You don't know what I said because you weren't here. So what are you talking about?
Say what you said. Say what you said, bro. Like, why are you not taking the initiative and saying what you said?
No, because I wasn't even talking to none of you. Why is there so many people up?
I'm
just asking,
I was the first Christian that come up here, and now I'm being silenced by all these devils.
Bro,
this is ridiculous. This is how Jesus exactly was, being silenced when he was the only one saying the truth.
Asking you directly what you said, and then you don't answer.
I wanted to talk to the host because she's the only atheist that I know about.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you can just come talk. You can just talk to me. You can just talk.
Thank you. So
being silent, I guess.
Yes. So the source comes from Wikipedia, also from other sources, but you can just look up on Wikipedia.
Get their sources from, because I mean,
now it's feeding into multiple different things. Like, you asked me the source, and I have to see where that source is. Can you just make sure what I'm saying is correct first?
I mean, you can't quote Wikipedia. Wikipedia is written, but I mean, sure, it's knowledgeable people that are knowledgeable.
Yeah, but this was thousands of years ago, so
they get their sources. Have to get their sources from somewhere else. So where
I know.
They get theirs? It should be in the.
It's that all it will tie back to is just ancient texts. That's what it'll all tie back to. And nobody has that really preserved that much. So this is the only source that I can really provide to you, because obviously I don't like using AI. So, yeah, if you don't want to take it, that's okay, but that's my source.
Okay. Oh wait.
But there's 3 other people that claim they saw Jesus, not in the same aspect as what he is in the Bible, but as I told you before, it's like the way he was teaching and the way he acted, it appeared like he was on a greater track, which he was.
So I just think that those people that are saying they saw him, that doesn't the Jesus that they are claiming they saw isn't the same one in the Bible. So why would I believe in the one in the Bible?
No, because I don't want you to believe. I want you to fully believe, okay? I don't want you to force yourself. You asked me what was the physical evidence, and because God cannot be interpreted in a physical like manner. So the only thing I can point to is Jesus. So I gave you